Good evening and welcome to the stream. I'm still waiting for Ant to join. Apparently he's got some sort of connection problem with Truckers MP, so he's restarting now. Hopefully he won't be too long. Now, do I have a garage here? Because if I do, I'm going to get fuel. Can't remember if I do. Let's have a look. Turing. No, I don't, and I'm not buying one, so I'll wait. Meanwhile, let's have a look at my lovely DAF. I've now got a new reg plate. DK70PHX for Phoenix. Which makes sense, and I've decided to add some orange sidewalls to my Michelin tyres. Which is all very nice. So hopefully it won't be too long. Hopefully. I'm tempted to do a short job perhaps while I'm waiting. If there's any. See if there is. No, there isn't. That's annoying. Oh well. Okay. We'll wait for him to join then. Hopefully he won't be too long. Might go and have a drive around the block. It's very quiet here. There's nobody about. Welcome back. Welcome back indeed. Not played the game for over a week and 11 days, in fact. I've not played Truckers MP or Eurotruck. Getting withdrawal symptoms. So I thought I'd welcome back with a Eurotruck stream. This week is going to be a bit different to the usual, well, I supposingly usual schedule. So I'm going to try and do a lot of live streams this week to build up the numbers again, since I've not been doing anything over the past week and a half. That's my sleep pattern ruined now. I take it you got your sleep pattern back in order then, Andy, whilst I wasn't doing any streaming. Just gone round in a square. I've got no idea where Ant is, so I can't, it's not as if I could even move anywhere. Just gonna message him, see if it's working. I think I'll just go for a drive around while I'm waiting. So. Well, I can stay up and watch these. If I hit the pillow, that's me gone within minutes. Yeah, I'm like that. I'll just explore some roads around Turin for now. Tick off a few roads. Says it's still doing it. He's going to log in and out of Steam, apparently, is his next motive. To try and sort the problem. I don't have a clue what on earth the problem is. I've never had the problem. I'm getting used to this driving lark with my own truck. Ah, so you've got your own truck, have you now? What have you bought? Ah, a bus terminal. Interesting. So no collision zone as well. Wait here for a moment. I'll give it another 5 minutes. If he doesn't show up, then I'll start doing a job. Says it's really annoying, was working fine before. He says he logged in about an hour ago to test it all working. It was all working fine. Apparently, he's saying his Steam ID is currently being used by Truckers MP, by somebody else. So it sounds like to me, what's happened is he's logged in, he's logged off it, and he's not been kicked off the server. That's what it sounds like's happened to me. I thought you knew Scandia S series. I think you said you were going to get a Scandia S series a couple of weeks ago, but I don't think you actually bought it at that time. I might be wrong. So, I don't know. Might be wrong. It's quite a nice bus station, this. Certainly interesting. I'll stand there, stand there, stand there, stand there, stand there. Looks like 5 stands. It's very quiet around here. I've not seen anyone yet, mind you. I've not gone very far, but probably right, yeah, I actually bought it and it's a beast. Well, that's good news anyway. Just going to pick up the charging cable for my phone. Hang on, phone needs charging. There we go. So, you know, don't you, Andy, that I bought a new extension lead a couple of, well, it's about 2 weeks ago now. And it's got USB ports built into it, so I plugged in a cable, I can charge my phone at my desk, which is nice. It's a lot nicer. Cost a bit of money as well, that extension lead. And I thought, well, I don't want one of these cheap nasty ones. You know, I want a decent one. So I ended up paying about 30 quid for it, which is quite a lot of money, but at the end of the day, it's quite expensive equipment I've got, so I don't want it to buy a cheap extension lead for it to blow up. I didn't know it had USBs. Yeah, it's got 4 of them. Yeah, I only use one. So not surprised you never buy cheap. No, I never do. The problem you've got is if you buy cheap stuff like that, you know, cheap extension leads or something like that, if it breaks down, you've got no comeback. So if you buy something a bit more expensive, you'll have a bit more of a comeback if it breaks down, you know. And at the end of the day, you pay for what you get. Let's go do a park in here. I think he's, fingers crossed, third time lucky. Hopefully so. Hopefully he'll be joining me in a moment. True. Yes, true indeed. Quite like the new Iveco dealership, it's quite nice. Shame they don't have any decent trucks in the game. What's the problem he's having? Apparently he's having a problem trying to get into Truckers MP. Apparently it says somebody's using his Steam ID. But I reckon it's probably because he didn't get booted off the server earlier on when he logged in. That's probably what it is. I've never had that problem, but I know other people who have. I'm getting used to attaching trailers, by the way. Slowly does it in my case. Hello, Kyle. Welcome to the stream. I'm just waiting for one of my friends to finally log in, and then hopefully I'll be able to do a couple of jobs. Hopefully. I'm hoping anyway. There's a couple of people on the nearby. Somebody who's got a tag that's practically black and you can't see it. Looks like S&H Transport. You can do it, bro. Hopefully so. Hopefully. I'm just going to message him now to see if he's having any luck. I know why he doesn't just come in the Discord and chat to me. Still doing it apparently. I'm going to start doing a job. I'm not waiting any longer. Let's see what we've got. Hull. Pool. Flipping heck. That's quite a couple of long jobs. There's no other town nearby either. I've still not been to Pool, I don't think. So I'm going to take that. Still say logging in on Discord. Yeah. The only thing I could probably suggest to him, which I will do in a minute, is to restart his laptop. But I'm not even sure if that'll even work. Oil. It'll take a standard tanker. coupling up. Says takes 2 hours to fix on the Truckers MP forum. I'm just going to put come and join me in Discord. If I could spell Discord, flipping heck. There we go. Right. We have problems at work. If tills crash when we're logged in, we can't use another till as it thinks we're still logged onto the one we're on. Yeah. So technology works great until it goes wrong. Then it causes no end of headaches. So nice long job this. 2,477 kilometres. It's gonna take a while this job. Leave a trucker on the nearby. Couple of them. Clooney and Tweety. Note to self, this trailer's top heavy. Do not go round corners too fast. I do not want to be tipping it over now, do we? Turned weather back on and quite impressed with lightning on the spring mod, so realistic. Yeah, it is quite a nice mod, the spring mod. Tighten it up with steering wheel, make sure it doesn't fall off. Should be fine, but just make sure. Doesn't look like he's going to come and join me in Discord yet. Don't know why I'm going to a stop gate, but I've already committed myself, so. Looks like he's tried again. What's he actually done? How did he get kicked? I don't know. It seems to be a problem with Truckers MP whenever somebody logs in. If they've logged in a few hours prior to it, sometimes it can stop you logging in again because it still thinks you're logged into the game. It's a weird bug. with Truckers MP. So I must admit, I've not had come across it myself at any point, but I know a lot of people who have, and yeah, it does take only a couple of hours to resolve. So literally all you can do is try and persevere with it. Just keep loading the game until you finally get in. So he's not being kicked or anything. I think he's just, because he opened up the game earlier on, logged in and then logged straight off. But I don't think the server's recognised that he's actually logged out, if you get what I mean. Anyway, I need fuel, so. Excuse me. This should get us all the way to Ullapool. How can it not recognise you've logged out? Surely if you've logged out, that's it. Well, yeah, exactly. But, I don't know. It's been a bug with Truckers MP for quite a while. And, well, doesn't look like it's ever going to get fixed. France in a moment. Putting me off now, lol. It's putting you off downloading Truckers MP. Well, Vive la France. Can't believe how quiet it is. I know the ProMods server is generally quieter anyway, but you know, I like the ProMods server. You get some actual trucking done without getting people crashing into you or Skoders coming along annoying you, you know, writing your truck off and what have you. So that's why I like the ProMods server. Fair point, Lol. Well, it is. You know. I know some people say, oh, it's boring, the ProMods server. Yeah, but, you know, you haven't got to worry about little cretins coming up behind you, crashing into you and stuff. You know. Still waiting for 1.4. Yeah, we sure are. It's all gone quiet. Sounds like it's going to be a bit longer. Probably, I don't know, April maybe now. I think there's a lot of bugs in it. I think that's why it's taken so long to roll it out. So. Ah, hello Josh. Welcome to the stream. Finally back after a long period of time away from YouTube. All self-inflicted, of course. Well, in a way. Lord Domer the Baldies. Welcome back to YouTube. Hello, Brett. Going to ask. Oh. That I wonder if they found any problems during the beta. Yes, I think they did. I think there was quite a few issues to do with the new weather effects. So, yeah. Been too busy being a house Jesus. You could say that. Unfortunately, I can't rely on the builders who built the house to do a proper job painting the walls. Some of them are absolutely atrocious. So, we've now ticked off a few more rooms, put it that way. I even managed to get the kitchen done as well, which was a bonus. So... How long are you going to be, Ant? You tried loading in again? Yeah, they found a problem. Terence used it. The walls came tumbling down, so we had to rebuild them again. I wish. Unfortunately, it wasn't that bad. Thankfully. Although there was quite a lot of cracks in some of the walls that I've painted that needed to be filled and painted over. So, and then we had the all the cracks in the stairs as well that had to be sorted out. It's an absolute nightmare. Sand it all back and start again, pretty much. But it's all done now, so it's a fair few jobs less to do. So the only rooms I've got left to do in the house now are the front porch, which I'll be doing probably at the weekend, probably on Friday night, Saturday. Shouldn't take too long. The living room, which will be getting done later in the year at some point, and my mum's room. They're the only rooms left to do. You're being serious, Ant. His holy singing cracked the walls. Oh God. I can't sing, so... I'm taking it easy on this job as well. I'm not rushing it with it being what it is. €23 paid. They get cracked more like brought the whole house down. Oh, you cheeky get. Cheeky get. Couple of people on the nearby called Dave. What is it? 19 tons of Bibles? No, it's 18 tons of oil. You're missing the fun over here, by the way. Are you on about GNW, Andy? Is that what you're on about? He is transporting dangerous Brett juice. Nice. Yeah, it's got a bit serious, the GNW strike. I'm not going to lie, and well, I've already aired my opinions over the group chat, but United the Union and GNW are both going to get in a lot of trouble over that. Heck of a lot of trouble over that. Ah, you've sussed it, have you, Ant? Well, that's good news then. B10s, B7Rs, B7RLEs, Scanias, etc. It seems you've got an ops license and you've got spare vehicles you're allowed to run services. Yeah, you are. Nope, stopped a bit too short there. Hopefully you won't be too much longer then, Ant. Problem is, I've got a job all the way to Scotland, and I'm only in Leon. So, I don't know. It's a ProMods glitch. I can get into Sim 1, 2 and 3 fine. Ah. Well, that's weird. No, I meant for go northwest. Ah. I see. Apparently it's classed as emergency work, so non-PSVAR stuff can be used. Yeah, makes sense. You got some coaches on some of the routes, haven't they? Very weird. Yeah, problem is I'm doing a job to a ProMods place, so unless I cancel it, I can't move over. Can't move over just yet, anyway. Aye, an ex-Oxford Tube Astromega has been out on the 17th. That would have been fun. Yeah, I can bet. Oh aye, this truck's sponsored by Brett. It's very Brett approved. Yeah, the big coach company, Liverpool, were on 98 yesterday. Better than anything that's been on the route for the last 10 years or so. Finish it and find out how to get out of the Christies. That's my Stonian with the Astromega. Oh, out of this crisis? I thought I read that wrong. Yeah, So this job's probably going to take me at least another, let's have a look, hour, I imagine. Hardly any ferry either, so I'm literally going to have to drive through the whole of England. Aye, had it on Pick to Chester at full route. It was fun going round the back roads of Runcorn to Runcorn East Station. Crisis for Steve is a Christis. Ah, that makes sense. I'm literally in the middle of nowhere at the moment. Get rid of that for now. Bring it back up later in the stream. And I'm going to try and put the foot down best I can. Now I'm on motorways. It was funny watching Terence on the CD road on yesterday's stream. He had many idiots. I hate the CD road. I absolutely cannot stand it. I don't mind going on it in Sim 3 or ProMods because there's not many people about. On Sim 1 I avoid it. I just avoid it. You know, I will not take a job to Calais or Duisburg. So it's just stupid. The amount of people that block up that road. Well, Traveller's Choice are using triaxle elites on the 100 going round Earlham Estate. Oh wow. He hadn't even got to the road before someone turned across him and caused his truck to somersault. Nice. Guys, if you haven't seen any of my content before and want to see more, for those of you who aren't subscribed, if you wish to subscribe, it would be very nice of you if you did. And if you also do want to subscribe and you want to be notified about any future video uploads and live streams, make sure you hit that notification bell as well. If you're also enjoying this stream, hit that like button. Had one guy driving along the road intentionally crashing into everyone. Ah. Well, that's no good. So the only problem with Truckers MP is for literally every one idiot that's in the game, somebody gets banned, there's always somebody to replace them. You know. So they'll never get on top of it. Thank you for the like, whoever that was. I suspect the only way we're going to get out of this crisis with Ant's dodgy Truckers MP is if I move servers. I'm guessing, for the time being. So I'll probably have to quit the game and move into Sim 1 or Sim 2 or Sim 3. Watching the stream on both channels so you'll have extra watch time, lol. Ah, thanks Brett. Speed camera. And I still got fined. Oh well. 1,975 kilometres to go. Well, this will rack up my job totals on Trucks Book, since I've not done any for the past week and a half. I thought I'd better get back online, otherwise Phoenix will be wondering why I've not been online for a bit. So if you crash, you'll be getting double the dome head comments, lol. Ah, nice. Another interesting thing regarding Go Northwest is that at the moment, after they finish service, the fleet buses are being used on evening tenders. Ah, interesting. Is that because of the strike and the buses are already out, or was that happening before they started striking? Pushing me luck on some of these bends because of the strike. Yeah, it makes sense. It's better than no bus running at all. Although I don't suspect TFGM will be too happy if they're using their buses on them routes when they shouldn't be. Although, as long as it's only short-lived, they probably won't care. Go Northwest vehicle that's out is currently being parked overnight at Haywood. Ah. Haywood Industrial Park near Bury. Interesting. Mind you, it makes sense in case the drivers who are on strike block them in, so at least they can send them out the next morning. Makes sense in a way. Because they're scared it won't get out. Not seen anyone on the nearby for absolutely ages. It's mad. Not got a very good number tonight either, 258. Might be some independents who have that number. Roadworks coming up. Sounds like a Transdev Blackburn Versa. Or Burnley. They're supposedly due solos shortly for new tenders in April, or solos for the 415 to release the E200s onto other routes. Ah. works. See where we're nearby. Going past Orleans. Still a long way to go though. Ah, somebody on the nearby. Drive safe. UK truck. I know where I stand on the whole issue, to be honest. Yeah. So do I. And I do not stand with either GNW or the Unite at all. Put it this way, there'll end up being police involvement in the end, particularly if another operator's bus gets smashed. So if another bus company's windows or bus gets involved in an incident because of their drivers, that'll leave them in very hot water. Very hot water. Have you not heard, Andy? Apparently there's rumours going round that some drivers have been stood at Shoot Hill and at Middleton, basically launching stuff at other operators' vehicles who were covering their routes, is what I've heard. And if that's the case, well, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. So it will get to a point, I reckon, where the MD will end up standing down because of how bad it's been handled. It's really bad. Really, really bad. If it was me and I was the top boss at Go Ahead Group, I would be coming down very hard on Queen's Road, because it's absolutely disgusting behaviour. You know, put it this way, if I was the boss of the depot or the company, if I found out any driver was doing that to another operator's vehicles, they'd be getting sacked instantly. Instantly. You know. I stand with the companies who are transporting key workers and those who are providing for their families by running them. They had zero support from these same whinging, striking drivers. Yeah, exactly. Company needs whatever work they can get, so doing a service to the public. Well, this is it. The only reason why these companies are doing it is because they know they're going to get paid. You know. Put it this way, if COVID wasn't a thing, you'll probably find most of these routes will not be running at the moment. But because of COVID, these companies are stepping in because they need the money. That's why they're doing it. You know. I dare say, as I say, if COVID wasn't a thing, I bet half the routes would not be running at all. You know. You leave loads of people stranded. Can't get to work, can't get to hospital appointments and what have you. can tell they're desperate when the likes of Atlantic Travel were travelling from Bolton to Peterborough just for rail replacements. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. You know, these smaller companies are struggling, and they're literally going to take any work they can get, even if they have to travel hundreds of miles. You know, they're going to take it because they know they're going to get paid and they need the money. So it shouldn't be like that. You know, these coach companies should have been bailed out, same as the bus operators, and they haven't been. And these drivers will always put their families first and do what they can to provide for them. I'd do the same thing. Yeah, exactly. I bet half of the drivers who were brought in at the last minute to do some of these routes probably didn't even know them. So the chances are they're probably having to work off, I don't know, maybe a TFGM route map or something like that, because half of them probably don't even know the routes properly. I did read on the Dennis Start forum that St Helens rider isn't happy with the strike, as when Arriva went on strike there was no replacement services, which left certain areas without any. Well, this is it. But the thing is, back then there was no such thing as COVID, so you'll probably find a lot of the reason why these services are running is because of COVID, to keep people going where they need to go to. So, because I dare say, if COVID wasn't a thing, they wouldn't be running. I'd put that out there right now, you know. You know, because there's going to be a lot of people using public transport to go for essential medical appointments, to go shops, for essential travel, vaccination appointments, things like that, you know. I had to help a driver from Queen's Road do the 52 a few years ago. She'd been sent on a route she had learned once with directions on a paper. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It's absolutely disgusting. You know, they shouldn't be sending a driver out who's done a route once. You know, said driver's actually one of those from Bell who is helping to cover GNW routes now. Ah. Oop. Almost swerved into the central reservation now. That would not have been a good idea. Ah, 1,569 kilometres. And I think I may have just gone around the outskirts of Paris. Yes, I have, because I've been past the airport. So, still quite a way to go. Don't know why I checked that. I'm in Truckers MP, you moron. Don't know why I checked for the next rest stop, because I don't need to worry about that. Duh. It's a Domed, that is. Have you tried logging into the ProMods server again, Ant? Be interested to see what happens next week when, as well as covering Go Northwest work, operators have to cover schools. Yeah. That's not going to be fun. I haven't done the CD road yet. I don't think we have. We might have done. Don't know. You know, I don't think I have with him on stream, but he might have done it himself. Everything's got to be out, I imagine. Haha. Probably. Do it. Well, I don't mind going down the CD road in ProMods. It doesn't bother me. I want to see the chaos for you both. Well, if that was the case, we'd have to go into Sim 1. Dan Games 88. Yep, and got totaled by an idiot. Ah, so you have been down there then. Definitely do it, lol. Well, we'll have to see if we can get a job to Duisburg. If that's the case. Either that or route a job that way. I would love to know why it's so busy. It's because Calais, Duisburg, Dortmund and Dusseldorf, they're all linked together, quite close together. So that's one of the reasons why it gets so busy. I'm not well up with Selwyn, so don't know whether these deckers they've got out are actually from Sharston or one of their other depots. Ant will probably know. He seems to know about the ins and outs of a Ant Dawson with pretty much every single bus operator in the UK, so he'll probably know. Reached a channel tunnel. Some idiot was blocking and then some major idiot went up the middle of the two lanes and smashed up about 30 trucks. Wow. That's really bad. Sharston. Imagine that insurance bill if that was happened in real life. I know BG61SXL is one bus that has been used. Last I saw was September when the rats went back. It was on the S route round here. The S routes will be starting again next week. Okay, thought they might have come from Merseyside. So there'll be a couple of local schools, an S2 and an S5. There might even be an S1. Because, put it this way, they need one. B9s, E400 MMCs and several N230s were parked in the yard on Saturday. Sure about the E400 MMCs, as at least two were doing S routes here. Ended up getting a picture of two next to each other in Akeberth. So far Selwyns have resisted the temptation to use coaches, I've noticed. All four currently over here. Right, let's take a trip over to Folkestone. On the nearby. A few people. Charleston has more deckers and coaches at the moment. Notice that Bellevue have got 1 or 2 Scania Olympuses in their fleet now, a new type for them. Interesting. Bit of variety. They have now ex-Levantes, which are currently more, and these 16 new ones not even taxed. Oh wow. That's bad. They got them last year when Selwyn's gave up their rat work. So they've got tons of new buses that have not been taxed and not been used on the road yet. That's stupid. Excuse me. Coming out of my chair here. Better. Like the B9TL and Triad examples, but not the Scanias. Several N230s went to BV with the work. And National expects vehicles though, so can't be helped. Ah, right. Okay, fair enough. That makes sense then if that's the case. No point taxing them until they can start doing the routes again. So, I need to get over here. Hey, watch your mouth, and Brett, I'm still in school, lol. Let's rock the road. Selwyn's ex-HDL Solo was out on the 95 yesterday, oh god. Heap. Along with a Gemini for good measure. Ah, Lady Bear Trucking. If you don't clown around at bus stations, I'll let you off. Ah, yes, 22-seat thing, haha. To be fair, they're little rockets, them Solos. Yeah. Problem is with most Solos, they're heaps. So, you know, whilst they might shift, they're absolute sheds, most of them. They got some VDL Geminis, but I think they've sold them. I'm going to go now. Have a good stream. Ah, okay, Josh. Thanks for watching. Ah, a roundabout. Oh yeah, of course I'm heading on the outer circular, aren't I? Well, the inner circular of London. Pretty much, lol. Yeah. I do believe the 400s at Atlantic have got power behind them and are quite quick. Why is it every time I stop and put my parking brake on it goes to green? Every single time. It's weird. Ah, Blackwall Tunnel. Keep left. Done one, it was alright. You spin me right round, round the roundabout. This is that tunnel that Ant doesn't like. I'm just going to watch now, can't be arsed faffing anymore. Put your foot down. Ah, hello Transporter, welcome to the stream. Hopefully fixed for Friday. Yeah. Well, let's try and see what happens at the end of this job. Say, I've still got 1,200 kilometres to drive yet. You know, it might fix itself. By the time I get to Ullapool. Are you streaming Friday, Steve? Yeah, I will be streaming Friday. I'll be streaming every night this week. Different schedule for this week. So. I haven't decided what I'll be streaming tomorrow yet. Might do American Truck. Switch laptop off now. Oh, you boring sod. I was today at my Miata. Ah, have you been doing some more work on it, Transporter? I'll be watching the match tomorrow. Omzi. Oh, you want me to play Omzi? Oh yeah. Football is on tomorrow, isn't it? Thought about that. Time's it on? If it's an early kick-off, I might start after the match. Went for a 9-mile walk yesterday. Ah, not bad. Need an early night, want to go out tomorrow. Ah. I see. Ooh, hello. Back at the curb then. Where are you off to, Ant? Probably the local Tesco. Let's face it, there's not much else you can do at the moment. Yes, I actually polished the Miata. Actually came out better than I expected. Ah, nice. Have you sorted out all the issues in the engine bay yet? I know you mentioned there were some issues with it. I remember correctly. Doing what every Tom, Dick and Harry appears to be doing. Ah, you're going to be a rebel, are you? I'll be sat at home, back at work. I will not be throwing eggs. No, I wouldn't be doing that. Pretty quiet everywhere, to be honest with you. Not that many people about. It is pretty quiet. It's quiet at work, which I'm not complaining about either. What issues are? You mean coolant issue? Yeah. I need to take almost everything out and pull the water pump out. Put the new one in. That's going to be a pain in the arse. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, it will be because of where it is. But it's definitely something that's going to need doing. You'll be getting calls off these bus companies soon, lol. Unfortunately, I don't deal with fault claims. Lol. So, I won't be getting any calls from them. Put it this way, for the rush hour Monday evening, there wasn't much traffic about last night. No. That's the way it should be at the moment. Case numbers are still far too high. You know, far too high. I know they're coming down now, but you know, they're still far too high. Or if I get pissed off, drop the motor and basically swap the motor from a 1.6 to a 1.8. Well, yeah, you could do that. Easiest way, lol. Well, yeah. Well, I've got my jab next Thursday. Ah, nice. I think my dad should be getting his soon as well. I believe I am finally free from the squeaking. Have you worked out what it is, Brett? Raining tomorrow, that puts me off. Yeah, I'll take it you're not going out then. Looks like I'm heading past Birmingham. Be slightly quicker going this way. Mind you, makes sense. this speed camera. Yeah, so I think I'll do a Brett recommendation tomorrow. I'll do an OMSI stream tomorrow. I've got a map I could be downloading later on that I'll be using tomorrow. And then I'll do a American truck Thursday, and then Euro truck Friday. And then Saturday, I don't know yet. So probably be delirious, feeling funny and waving my arms about the day after, lol. Nope, but apart from an hour or two after I woke up this morning, it's been quiet since. Ah. Even though I need a water pump, I've just ordered my new headlights. It's smoked headlights and indicators. I'm going to put LED bulb in the headlights. Well, it makes sense. You know, LED bulbs are a lot better for the environment, and they're a lot brighter, so you can see further up the road, so it makes sense. Friday 4-5 hour stream. It will be a normal stream, yeah. Doesn't look torrential. Probably just a few showers, maybe. You got mice, Brett, lol. He could have. They might have scurried under his prison gates and got into his flat. I'm expecting a Domed comment any second now. Terrence's Convoy City at the moment, apart from his midday streams. Ah, no, Botty, I reckon it was a burglar alarm. Probably was. But guess what? The bulbs are illegal here, lol. Since I am not going to use the car till I have my licence, why not? Ah. So they're illegal in Germany, are they?
Hello, SimSteve. Hope you are well.
Ah, hello, Prince.
How are you, buddy? Okay, yeah?
I'm not too bad, not bad.
Have a safe journey, buddy. I'll catch you soon.
And you. Bye for now. Nope, you're getting an Oi Baldy comment instead. Looks like Prince has moved VTCs, judging by that. What the heck? Somebody on the nearby called Trans Willy. What kind of name's that? In case anyone wants to know what I'm drinking Pepsi Max Raspberry tonight. Something different that I've not had for a while. No life of fuel still at the moment. Lol. I changed mine to Mazda Miata. It's the bloody hell, Brett. Oh man. I don't want to be Bradley Walsh, thank you. Oh, that was a good question, that. The name for handicap in German. Oh god. Cherry is better. Yeah, I quite like cherry, but I quite like the raspberry one as well. The only one I'm not a particular fan on is the Brett approved one. What? You know exactly what. I must admit, I've not seen the Brett approved one for a while, so they might have stopped making it. Brett one is rancid. Yeah, it's not the bestest thing. I must admit, I've had it a couple of times and it's alright, but it's weird. What one's that? Ginger one. Pepsi Max Ginger. Aye. Ah, the M56. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. Isn't there the raspberry one too? Yeah, that's what I'm drinking, Brett. By the way, I sold my old phone for €150. I bought the headlights and blinkers for 150 lol. I hate how money can go quick away. Somebody on the nearby called Crash. It's interesting. Oh dear, I'm passing to St. Helens soon. If only it was in the game. Excuse me. Gonna try find a 500ml of that random Fanta. Ah, I do like the raspberry one, the only one I actually do like. Must be Terence. Moving over because I'll have to move over shortly for the turn off of Hesham. What 500ml random Fanta's that? What Fanta are you on about, Ant? Not about that blood orange one, are you? Because that's only out at Halloween. You don't get it all year round. Nah, I don't want it in the game. It isn't a deserving place to be included. I agree with that, to be fair. I'd like Leeds or somewhere like that to be added in. Possibly Lancaster or somewhere like that as well. That blue thing. Isn't that American? You know about blueberry or blue raspberry, whatever it is. If you are, it's an American one. I wish I could live in the US. It's cool there, but can be dangerous. Yeah, it can be. Ellesmere Port, lol. Yeah, I don't think Ellesmere Port's any more deserving than St. Helens, to be honest. Surprised you don't go down the slip road and loop the road back onto the motorway to tick off the road, lol. Yeah. I might do it at some point, but it's a bit of a pointless road, really. Because you're only going to use it, I suppose, if you've made a wrong turn. You know, it's a bit pointless. Fanta, it's called. Yeah, what Fanta are you on about? Because I know there's a blue one, but it's American. Unless they've started bringing it out over here. I think it's blue raspberry. Pretty sure I've had it myself before now. And it was about £2 a can. I think I bought it from a shop in Preston one time. Oh, and I found another dessert place. Ooh, dessert. What's that, Brett? $775 kilometres to go. Still a long way to go on this job. I'll get time for one more in. It's called what, the Fanta? Oh, I see. Right, okay. Well, that's weird. Why on earth would you call it that? It's a weird name for a drink. I'm debating where to go on my first trip out. Bit of a difficult one, that. Can't believe I didn't notice it till recently. It's above Five Guys at Queen Square. It could be blue raspberry, or there was, I think, one that was blue, one was like lemonade. It could be like bubble gum or blue raspberry or something. If it's blue in colour, I'd imagine it'd be one of those two. And if it is, it'll be fit, put it that way. Aaron? It's even a trip on the X57 to Sheffield, and on from there I might head to Stafford for Chase Rider and D&G. Ah, that'd be a good day out. T2Y. I think I've seen his name before. X56 is being replaced by something. Oh, aye. Well, that didn't take long, did it? I'll have a hunch it'll be similar to the X57, but along the Woodhead Pass and onto Barnsley. Yeah, makes sense. They're announcing details soon. I'll have to keep an eye out then. I noticed their running day was canned earlier on. It was last week, wasn't it, I think? Which is a shame, because I wouldn't mind going to that. hopefully it'll get re-announced for later in the year. Interesting, that's a new one to me. Postponed, I believe, getting rescheduled. Yeah. Probably end up getting rescheduled to somewhere like September or October, maybe. I suspect. It's the only problem with all these events, you know. You book tickets and then it gets postponed, you've got to get your money back and all this palaver. You know, it's a bit of a problem for these events at the moment because they might arrange them and then they might get canned because of COVID again. You know. Which? Just not about events in general, you know. They're still advertising it on their website. Yeah, it was there was a post that went up on their Facebook page about it. What's it got on their website, Andy? Has it got a new date? Before that, hang on. Oh, I see what you mean. It's the Hullies event. They were going to have a running day later on in the year, but it's been postponed for now, pending a new date. Depends what we're on about. I'm on about the Hullies running day, if that's what you're on about. Running day with what? I think it's just a running day in general. I think it's their centenary or something. That's what I think it is. I'm sure it was a special event for the company. They had modern junk. interesting. Nothing on their Facebook site about it being cancelled. No mention of it whatsoever. Now that's interesting. Is this the is this the Hullies event? Yes, that's what we're on about. Missed the last couple of minutes. I was nice. Thanks for letting everyone know about that, Brett. You could have said you were on the toilet or you've been to the bathroom. Flippin' heck. At least the only positive thing to note after that comment is I got some watch time when he wasn't even there. It's starting to rain. Oh dear. You're welcome, my lord. Poor parents of the Fireball Domed. Nice. .405 kilometers to go. And I've not crashed once yet. Touch wood. Which is interesting to say the least. Yeah, still down for happening on the 25th of April. Ah. I like what they've done with 350108, fair play LNWR. Looks like God's decided to piss on us. Final wrap on it advertising railway suicide awareness. Posted on the Facebook event 4 days ago that it was being postponed to a later date. Yeah. It's weird that they've took the post down then, unless it's Andy's missed it for whatever reason. I might go to the event. I don't know. It's something different anyway. Apparently this year's Staycation Express that runs along the Settle to Carlisle line is going to be operating with HSTs this year. Oh wow. That'd be fun. That's no way to talk about your father. Well, it's true. Latest post on their Facebook site is about their upcoming services changes regarding schools going back. It's not on their Facebook page, Andy. Ah. Well, that's interesting you say that, Brett, because, yeah, it wasn't on their Facebook page. It was on the events page, which was interesting, because I thought it would have been put on their Facebook page as well. So it does seem a bit odd why it was posted on the event, but not on their actual page as well. I thought it was a bit weird why it wasn't there. So that does make sense now why Andy's not found it. Yeah, the only reason why I got notified that the event was being postponed is because I put I was interested in the event, so I put down to get notifications about it. Yeah, Hull's 100th centenary event. Yeah, that's what I said earlier on while you were sat on the crapper. Cruising through the glens of Scotland now and the Highlands. Not much further to go now, 288 kilometres. Been a nice long trip this. A nice welcome back to the world of streaming and to the world of truck driving. Doing 110 kilometres an hour on the A9. Absolutely mad. Kenny. Looks like he's driving a Mercedes Actros. Horrible things. What you've been doing instead of streaming recording? You can't have been decorating all day, surely. No. I did spend a few days last week stripping the wood back and getting it ready. Well, not just stripping the wood back that was already there, but taking off some wood that had been basically beyond repair. So in certain areas of the stairs, it had new. We put new wood in because it was that badly cracked. We couldn't do anything with it. So in certain areas, we've had to take it off the wall, sand it down in parts as well for repaint, and well, add new sections of wood in. So we've added new beading as well in parts to make it look a bit tidier. So whilst it's been a big job, it has took quite a while to do. I would be only having Friday and Monday off, i.e. yesterday and last Friday. It's took a longer, so one of those. But, you know, had to be done, so. It's all the prep work before the painting that took the longest. But over the weekend, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, it took 3 days to do all the painting. hull and in stairs, both sets of stairs, painting the wood that we obviously fitted, painted all the banister rails and everything. That took a while, and then I managed to get the kitchen done as well, so whilst we had the paint out, so we're going to keep that white anyway, so but it looks a hell of a lot better. Hell of a lot better. Various events on Facebook for running days occurring later in the year, and all at the worst blasted time as well. Sod's law though that while you were decorating we had summer lol. Yeah, you could say that. Although I've heard a rumour it's supposed to be getting colder this month, but I don't believe it. Probably all newspaper articles saying, oh, we're going to have a cold March. Yeah, wait and see. I know it's supposed to be getting colder, supposedly at the weekend, but it's not getting that much colder. So, .56 kilometres to go. Bridge. Stupid bank holiday Monday at the start of August is doing my head in as well. Why would that do your head in, Brett? It's not a bank holiday for us in England or Wales. It's only a bank holiday in Scotland. Is this the Isle of Mull? No. We're still on the mainland at the moment. Just gone past Inverness. Just got over the bridge out of Inverness, which goes up to the other part of the mainland. Oh, I've got a left turn coming up. Okay, I did not realise that I'm off the hook. Domed. Our bank holiday's at the end of the month. The last Monday of the month. Ah, indeed. Left turn for Ullapool. Looks like I have the dates planned for my summer trip. Yes, I deserve that one. Yes, you did. What the hell was that? That spooked me. I think I've just run a cat over. What the hell? Not too sure whether we've spoken since, but what's your idea on the roadmap out of lockdown? It's optimistic, to say the least. You know, I don't think it's going to go to plan. I don't. I think there's going to be something that's going to sting it in the tail. And I don't believe for one moment that all these kids that are going back to school are going to be getting COVID tests. I, for one, do not believe that is going to be happening. And the fact that they're relying on parents to get their children to have their vaccines, tests, it's far-fetched in my opinion, because I don't think it's going to happen. I know they're saying that they're basically going to have tests on a Sunday evening and a Wednesday evening. Well, how do parents prove that the test's negative? That's what I want to know. You know, personally, I think it would be better if they tested kids on entrance to school, at the gate before they go in, and it should be done every single morning of every single school day. Otherwise, I can't see how it's going to work, personally. But that's just my opinion on it. Other than that, I honestly don't know. The only thing that's going to stop the roadmap is if cases start going up again after schools go back. And I think they will. I really do. I just can't see how they're going to stop it. You know. Ant's put in better work. Well, who knows? So, we'll only find out in the next couple of weeks if it's going to start working when the kids go back. "34 kilometres to go. Not much further now. We can't keep going on like this. At some point they may have no choice but to class it like the flu and bring back normality. Well, this is it. This is what everyone else is saying. And, well, eventually they will have to do that. But it's just a question of when. You know. And the only time that's going to happen, I think, is when everyone's had at least one vaccine. I think that will be the time when it happens. I don't think it'll happen before that, personally. Now, if they're on about vaccinating over 18 by the end of July, you know, it's a tough ask, that is. So it may happen. Well, we're not. He's actually said that this is the last lockdown and it's irreversible. Well, they've said that, but the thing is, if cases get out of control again, then, well, you know, it's all good and well them saying that, but only if they can definitely prove it's gonna be. You know, I'm not sitting on the fence like Terence is about it. You know, I want it to end as well, but it's a case of that we just got to be hesitant about it. You know, I think a 5-week window between steps is good. Don't get me wrong, but we've just got to be hesitant. Because whilst they've said this is going to be the last lockdown, the dates that they've proposed might not be final. So, they could change. They're not going to come forward. They've confirmed that. You know, a step's not going to come forward from the date that's been proposed. But they could go back. So, who knows? Let's see what jobs you have. Yes, indeed. Probably not a lot from here. Zexin, Calais or Brest? Could go to Brest. I want to pick one. Alright, okay. I'll let you pick out that 3 then and see what you want. Say, all the pool's literally nowhere near, unless I go to Stornoway, which I could do. Other than that, everywhere else is miles away. So still not been to the Isle of Man yet either, which is interesting. What you picking, Brett? Breast. You want me to do breast, do you? Okay, we'll do breast then. Well, I'm picking a job up from Tesco. Now that's interesting. Looks like Tesco are doing a deal at the moment where they've got 50% off American Truck Simulator. If only they actually sold that in real life. Right, it's time to take a job to somewhere interesting. Right, which one am I going to have? I think I'll take the standard dry freighter. Right, where is it? I'm hoping to go Devon in the summer for a day or two, try out the new Dartmouth Explorer route first as introducing. That would be good fun. You shop, we drop. Shopping delivered to your door by Tesco.com. Drove all the way up the UK and now you're going right the way back down. Indeed. Only this job's not quite as far, although it's still a fair distance. So I think I'm going to go around the other way to just be easier. Oh dear God. Ah, it goes across Dartmoor, looks extremely scenic. God, that's tight. Using V7 TL Geminis on it. Beast. Might as well tick a couple of roads off while I'm here. So that's what she said. Yeah, trust you. And I've just realised I'm on the wrong side of the road. What a flicking clown. Oh dear God. Not like it matters, there's nobody here. Right, I need fuel, so don't need it just yet, but where's freaking tit. Gone past the freaking entrance. Well, you could argue either one's actually the entrance, there's no sign there. It's a bit of an unfinished petrol station, to be honest. Oh, dearie me. Domed, Domed, Domed. Domed again. Yeah, it's a bit unfinished though, to be fair. There's no signs telling you which way's the way in and which way's the way out, but I wouldn't have never made a turn there, so... Oh, that's a tight petrol station, that is. Right, back down to the south coast we go. Photo opportunity on the other side. Yeah. True. Sloppy parking there, trailer arse blocking the carriageway. Well, it's not as if there's anybody about, is there? You know, it's dead, so... I wonder if I get copyright infringement for using a Tesco trailer. Sheep. It's not very Scottish-like. Why should you? If it's in the game, it can be used. Well, yeah, exactly. You know, it's just a joke, more to the point. I must admit, though, I am surprised that they're allowed to use genuine companies in ProMods. Does surprise me, to be fair. It's an interesting parking spot. No. We're coming up to that farm again now. Or near enough. See if I can spot the cat again. Pretty sure I ran over it before. I'd have stopped a good 5-6 times already for photos with the scenery. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I like the scenery, but I couldn't stop every 5 seconds to do a photo. You know. It is nice. See if I can see this cat again. I'm sure I've run someone over before. There it is. What is that? Oh no, it's a bunny. I think that's what it was. I thought it was a cat. There it is again. That's weird. Tell you what, the roads are that quiet, it feels like an actual COVID-19 lockdown. There's nobody about. Somebody here live on Twitch. Is Glenfinnan in this? It's not a place you can actually pick up anything from. I don't think you can drive through it either, as far as I'm aware. Lol. Shame. Would be boss driving under the viaduct there. I know there is a viaduct in Scotland on ProMods that you could drive over and under. So I don't know whether you mean that. Where is Glenfinnan in Scotland? I can't think where it is off the top of my head. I have heard of it before. Dear me. Woody chair. I think I'm going to need a new chair soon as well. It's starting to squeak a lot now. Towards Fort William, I think. Railway goes over and road goes over it and road goes under. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, it's definitely not that bridge then. This viaduct has a road over the top, going over the bridge, and then there's a road that goes under it as well. So it's definitely not that one then. Swiss Transport. Don't see them very often. Oh look, a Brett approved speed camera. I reckon it'd be a popular route on the game. Who knows, it might get added in at some point. You never know. Me approved how? It's yellow. Well, it's a bright colour. You know, yellow, orange, red. I'd still argue it was Brett approved. Yes, but it's yellow. My colours are orange and red. True. Therefore I don't approve. Fair enough. Nice drive, this. What am I carrying anyway? Oh, used packaging. Nice part of Scotland, this. Very nice part of Scotland. Bloody hell, we're down by Perth already. That didn't take long. Struggling up the hill. Found another gear finally. Find it sometimes in my Scania. Yeah. How many horsepower Scania have you got, Andy? Well, don't you know? So if you've got one that's 730, it'll go literally quick everywhere. It won't struggle up hills at all. So the only reason why this DAF does is because it's got 530 horsepower. Gets to speed quickly when empty, but struggles when fully loaded. You might have a similar one, 530, something like that. 370. Oh wow. That's a slow Scania. Onto the M80 now. Opticruise 905 GRS gearbox. Not bad. 4x2 chassis. Alpine F1 car got revealed today. Yeah, it looks quite nice, that. It really does. I'm not a big fan of the Mercedes though, I'm not going to lie. I think they've done a bad job with that. Not too sure what you reckon to that or whether I should change anything. It's not a bad combination, don't get me wrong, but the engine's a bit slow. You know, if you could save up a bit of money and then upgrade your engine. Don't know why I got in this lane. I'm not heading for Glasgow. Alpine, Alfa Romeo and Alfa Tauri are the best three so far. The Merc would have looked alright if it hadn't been for the engine colour. I've got the money now, so what do you suggest? Well, it's a bit tricky really. Do you want to go for ultra fast 730 brake horsepower engine that literally goes everywhere at 110 kilometers an hour plus? Or do you want to go for something in the mid-range? Maybe a 530 or something like that. Difficult to say really. I don't know. Say, controlling a 730 with a keyboard would probably be an absolute nightmare, but I don't know, you might want to go mid-range, maybe somewhere around 530, 580, somewhere around there, maybe. Or maybe even a 480, you know, that'd be alright. I think there's a 480 and I think there's a 500 as well. Waiting on Haas, Aston Martin, Williams and Ferrari now. Well, Aston Martin's tomorrow. And guess what? They're not using Aston Martin engines. Anyone care to guess what engine they're using? Which I think is a big con, personally. I'll have a look after I finish my next job. Yeah, Mercedes. Yeah, they're using Mercedes engines, would you believe? I can't believe they're using Mercedes engines. It just seems really strange to me. Why on earth would you spend all that money getting back into the sport to run a competitor's engine? Doesn't make sense. Surely to God, when the next engine regs come in for next year, they're going to have Aston Martin engines. Surely to God. You know, it just does not make sense. Only Mercedes, Renault and Honda engine F1 at the moment, so not surprised. Well, yeah, apart from Ferrari as well. It's just bloody stupid, if you ask me. I don't get it. The only thing I can think of is they've not had enough time to develop an engine, in which case for this year they're going to have Mercedes engines. But I'd hope from next year they have Aston Martin engines. I really hope they do. You know, just doesn't make sense to me. Why is it Aston Martin when it's not an Aston Martin engine? Exactly. Point proven. You know, it just doesn't make sense at all. So all the money that's been spent on rebranding the team as Aston Martin might as well have not have happened if they're not going to use Aston Martin owned engines. You know, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's the team name, like Alfa Romeo use Ferrari engines, not their own. Well, yeah, exactly. That's a bit different though, because whilst Alfa Romeo don't use their own engines, they're still owned by Ferrari. So that is a bit different. But the Aston Martin move is just completely strange to me. That I do not get. Who knows? They might build their own engine for the next season, 2022. But I don't know. It's just weird. And also another thing to note is Honda's last year in the sport. Aye. And I do not think they'll be winning a championship either. Oh dear. They'd have to become an engine supplier for F1, I'd imagine. Yes, they would. That will be the only way Aston Martin can produce their own engine, which, to be honest, I think they will. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. You know. But there is one question that remains. Is whether the car will be fully green or whether there will be any pink on it. Well, they're sticking with Red Bull but won't be with other teams. Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen to AlphaTauri. I've got a feeling they may end up with a Renault engine again. Starts later this month with Australian Melbourne race. That is actually incorrect. It's no longer the first race. That got canned a few weeks ago due to COVID. Australia aren't ready to host it or to bring people in from abroad. So it's been put back to November the 21st, I think it is. It'll be green and pink, I reckon. Yeah, so do I. It's Bahrain started. Australia isn't going to be until later in the year. Yeah, last weekend of March is the first race. And I'm off that weekend as well. And I booked the following week off as well. So, been postponed, and now they're doing work on the track. So I believe. Looks like they're going to be changing the last corner. I think it is. They've changed the last corner at Catalonia as well. So it's no longer got the chicane. It's just going to be a swooping bend like it was a few years back. So they put it back to how it was originally. But I think they're doing work on the last corner at Albert Park as well. I think. But that to be confirmed race is still not confirmed on the F1 website yet. Everyone thinks it's going to be Portimao, which it does seem likely it's going to be. And we've also got the race in Imola again as well this year. Changing turns 9 and 10, 13 in the last two corners in the pit lane. Yeah, so there's quite a bit of work going on then. I reckon that's the reason why they put the race back, is because they're doing the work. I don't think it's just because of COVID. I think it's probably because of that as well. Oh, Imola is returning. Aye, it is again for another season. I would have rather had Mugello myself, but you know. I think Portimao has been confirmed. Well, I think it has, but it's still not coming up on the website to say that's definite. You know, it's definitely that race, which I find a bit weird, but I don't know. We'll wait and see. Just over 1,000 kilometres to go. There'll be a couple hundred kilometres in water, I reckon, in the ferry. There's a mandatory 2-week isolation for anyone doing sport in Australia. And with Bahrain being booked to be the following weekend, it wouldn't be viable. No, that's true. That's the turn off for Hesham. Wish I could watch more F1, but I only got Freeview. Well, hence why it got put back. Work on the track was supposed to be start after the race, but with the postponement they're still doing it. Makes sense. You could get a Now TV pass, Andy, for the weekend, or for a race day. I think it's, I'm trying to think how much it is. I think it's £10 per day the last time I checked. But I've got Sky Sports, so I'll watch it live. Or if I'm out car booting, I'll watch it recorded later on. That's stay off my phone until I found out who's won. Get Now TV on your laptop, yeah. I know you can pay a monthly subscription, which is about 35 quid, which is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion, because Sky Sports, I get Sky Sports cheaper through Sky than I would through Now TV. It's ridiculous. Turns 9 and 10 are becoming a fast right-left sweeping corner, so the cars are going to be doing insane speeds approaching turns 11 and 12, which are already fast enough as it is. Going to be a wild ride. Sounds good then. Is there any plans drawn up of the actual track, how it's going to look when it's finished? Yeah, I saw something showing the current layout with the new look corners added on, but I can't remember what it was on. Might be the F1 Facebook page, I'll have a look. Yeah. So I've not seen any track layout myself with the revised layout, so... Turn 13 is getting its surface altered, so there'll be more camber, which will allow for more than one line through it. Might see some overtaking around the outside. That'd be good, if so. I'll be ending the stream after this trip as well. Ah, another 50 zone. Not seen a single soul for absolutely ages. Which is very interesting. Here. Maybe they're having the same problem Ant was. Maybe, you never know. .42 kilometres to go. Just go on to the M5. Does seem odd that Ant was having problems and the server seems to be devoid of people tonight. Yeah, it does seem a bit quite odd, to be fair. Maybe it's a widespread problem and I got lucky and didn't get the problem. But then again, I've not logged in for over a week, so, you know, some people who may have been on a bit more regular might be having problems getting back in. Say if they've been on it earlier on today, gone off and then come back on again, because it does seem quieter than normal. So somebody coming towards me. First person I've seen for absolutely ages. F1 are intending to have the TBC race at Portimao. Seems it's not confirmed yet, but it's almost a guarantee it'll be there. It makes sense, because I think Spain's the week later, so it makes sense it being there. 1,182 out of 4,200, that's how many are on ProMods apparently, with no one in the queue. So that's how dead it is. That's really unusual. So clearly there is a problem with that server, and I must have got lucky because I haven't logged in for ages. So, don't know. Seems a bit weird to me. What's the circuit like at Portimao? Very interesting. It's very hilly, and there's quite a lot of blind crests on the track as well. So it's quite a nice circuit, don't get me wrong. It's certainly different. But yeah, I dare say if there's ever an incident on a blind crest and there's it happens right in front of another car that's coming over the crest, I reckon there's going to be a serious incident. But it is a nice track. Put it this way, there's definitely an accident waiting to happen on one of the crests, put it that way. I think Portimao might be a contender for a track that stays on the calendar, to be honest. I think Imola might make a return permanently as well. I would like to see Mugello added, but I don't think that's ever going to happen now. Wonder if there'll be any streams anywhere that I can watch it. Probably, Andy. Naughty boy. Or naughty man, shall we say. I'd love Portimao to be permanent. It's a great track. Mugello deserves it to be a permanent fixture. It's such a fun circuit to race at. Yeah. If there was two circuits I could pick that could be permanent on the calendar, Mugello would be one and Portimao would be the other, to be fair. I don't think Imola's that good of a track, to be quite honest. Told you if rules are there, they are there for the reason, and that's to be broken, lol. Yeah, true. Them two in Russia and Abu Dhabi out. I agree. Last race of the season should be Brazil every year. Abu Dhabi can go and Russia can go as well. And I don't think that one in Saudi Arabia is going to be too big of a hit either. That new one they're having this year, I don't think that's going to go well. To be quite honest, I don't think they'll be racing there. I think that might be another Vietnam. Never race proposed there, but never race there. I'd also bring in Long Beach and get rid of Kota. Yeah, I don't think Long Beach will ever happen again. I dare say in a couple of years' time there'll be two races in the States. One at Kota and one at Miami. After all, the owners are Americans, so they're going to want to have another race on the calendar. I still think they should bring back the European Grand Prix every year as well and change circuits So one year we could go to Nürburgring, next year go to Hockenheim, next year go to somewhere else. You know, some circuits that don't normally get an F1 race. That would be good as well. I'd love to go there for Indy cars. That would be good fun. I believe Romain Grosjean's going to be doing IndyCar this year, but not the oval events, due to the fact he doesn't think his hand will be able to hack it, and he's got a family to look after. Get rid of Silverstone and have Brands Hatch. No thanks. Brands Hatch is too small for F1. Far too small. These days, anyway. Found it. It's on Autosport. Ah, I'll have a look at their website then. The new look Australia track. Excuse me. Bloody hell. I think I need a drink after this. Wasn't it used F1 for once? Or is it just me? Yeah, I think it was used a couple of times back in the 60s or something. But not recently. Picture on group chat. Okay. Not too far to Plymouth now. God, that service is a bit close to the edge of the road. I don't think I've been to Plymouth since I got ProMods, I don't think. So this will be interesting. Excuse me. Ah, it's starting to rain again. Yeah, it was in the 70s and 80s before your time, I know. Yeah. Used to use Aintree, didn't they, for a little while around the racecourse. They used Donington for a bit as well, but I don't think it'll ever leave Silverstone. You know. Ah, Plymouth. You're not excused. Nice. Off here, I think. Ah, that was good timing. Yeah, that's tight. Ah, good timing. Ah, Steam's gone offline. That's interesting. Wonder what they're doing. Starbucks. Knew it was kaput before. Ah, yeah. Perhaps there is a problem somewhere with Steam. Right, here we go. Not a problem myself today. I don't normally, so it's probably gone offline for maintenance. So right, it's time for the ferry port. Oh, DL. The barrier there. Where the hell do you go? Oh, you go there. Bloody hell, that's weird. Where the hell are we supposed to get round there? Oh, that's weird. Right, here we go. It's back online. Hasn't come back for me yet. Oop. Oh, have I cocked it up? I have. Heck. This is ridiculous, this. How the hell are you supposed to get through there? No, it's not going to work either. There we go, I think. Right. What a stupid ferry port that is. Right, here we go. Not far now. Right. 81 kilometres to go. Ah, Brett Light. Ah, it's changed to green. Thank you, Brett. Absolutely. You're not welcome. Thanks. Come on, Daff. Get this shifted. If he was playing, he'd stop at green. Yeah, he would. Not too much further now. There is something I want to know. What's that, Ant? Poor passengers, you have your back driving buses tomorrow, lol. Oh dear. Don't worry about them. Who would take the... Who would... Oh god. Who would last the longest out of transporter... Terrence Transporter and Botty without tipping over? I don't know, to be honest, because I've never seen Botty play. So, I can't really answer that question. Abreast. Bloody hell, Brett. Very rare I visit a garage. Thou shalt be patient. Right, I'll plank it at the plank it. I'll park it at the back. £1,585 kilometres driven, not bad. Almost levelled up as well. Right guys, well I'm going to end this stream here. I'll be back tomorrow with a OMSI stream, probably at around 8 o'clock. But for now,